Hi, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. So today's Walking Dead video, we're going to be talking about Daryl and Merle. Specifically, what's going to happen to them. As you guys remember, will contain spoilers for anyone who's not caught up to date. As you guys remember, in the last episode, the mid-season finale, we were left with a huge cliffhanger where you have Daryl shown as being captured. His crossbow is in the hands of the governor's men. And Merle is also pointed out in front of a good portion of the townsfolk, and the governor informs the people that they are terrorists, or at least Daryl's a terrorist and Merle is a traitor because he's the brother of a terrorist and helped him escape or helped the other people escape or whatever. So that's that. All the people are chanting to kill them, and it seems as though Daryl may be almost done, so it may get shot down in a firing line type style, as well as Merle in the next episode. Now, there are a couple things through careful inspection and thinking about that I've been able to come up with for what I think is going to happen next. So what I've seen is basically in the promo, all right, I'll put the link in the description for The Suicide King, which is The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 9, will be the return episode in February. Supposed to be February 10th, but I don't think that's absolutely confirmed yet, even though websites say that. Can't believe everything you read on the internet. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. This is all speculation. This is a prediction, so I don't know for sure or anything like that. I don't have any inside information. I don't have any more information than what you guys do. In the promo at the beginning, you see the governor. He's kind of walking through, and there's smoke everywhere around him. And it looks like he's at the center where he had Daryl and Merle, and he was kind of showing them, and all the people were around. So what does that mean? Well, that would probably mean, I would think, that the smoke is coming from smoke grenades. Wouldn't you think? Who has smoke grenades? Well, as we saw in the last episode, Rick and his group do have smoke grenades. Also, we kind of know that Rick would not leave a man behind. I don't think he would. He went there solely with the purpose of rescuing Glenn and Maggie, and he got them, but I don't think he would leave knowing that Daryl is captured because Daryl never showed up. Remember, we didn't see Rick at the end of the episode go back to the prison or anything like that. He was outside the prison with Michonne, had a gun at her, and Oscar's obviously dead. Glenn and Maggie were there. I think, was that it? Or was there anybody else? Maybe I'm forgetting somebody. Am I? I don't think so. So you would assume that Rick would probably go back for Daryl, wouldn't leave him behind. So even though it seems like Andrea may be fighting and saying, hey, I know him, he's a good man, whatever, for Daryl at least, who cares about Merle? She wouldn't anyway. But that, as the governor said in the sneak peek, the people have spoken. It's a democracy. They decide that he is to be executed. So I'm thinking that right after that scene happens, Rick's going to throw some smoke grenades in there, come in, blast down a few more guys, get Daryl and probably Merle too, because Daryl probably won't leave without Merle, and get out of there. Glenn and Maggie are probably waiting for them in the woods somewhere. And in the promo, you see Glenn and Maggie, and they're kind of like, what the hell is he doing here? Yada, 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 going off on Rick. I think that's probably because Rick has rescued both Merle and Daryl and left with them. So that's very cool. I think what's interesting about this whole situation is that in comparison to the comic book series, Rick is such a badass. Like, he is way more of a badass than he was in the comic book at this time. And he's a way bigger badass than the governor is. The governor one-on-one with Michonne, you've got him, he kind of gets his ass kicked, he almost gets killed. Andrea saves him. But Rick is, like a strike force with his team. He goes in there, he's throwing in smoke grenades, he's shooting guys down, he's killing Dave and Tony in the bar in season 2, just like that, like in a split second. Beats him to the punch. He's killing Thomas. He's dodging his whatever was the axe or whatever it was, and then he's machete right between the man, awesome stuff. I love it, just sweet. So I think that's probably what's going to happen. Those are my predictions for that specifically. Afterwards, we'll see what happens. Merle will be back on their side. I don't know how Glenn and Maggie are going to deal with that. I don't know if maybe they're going to kill Merle. You know, like they also say, let's finish this right now, or let's deal with this right now. I think they said something like that. Let's just really quickly listen to it. Maybe you guys can hear this okay. Let's end this tonight, he says, if you heard that. So maybe they want to kill Merle, because maybe Merle's come back with them. I don't think that they could say, let's end this tonight and end the Woodbury conflict. You know, they don't have enough strength between the two of them to take down all of Woodbury or whatever. But I think that's what they might be referring to. Also, Herschel could be mad at Rick because he brought Merle back. And I don't know what they're going to do with him, man. That's a weird situation because Daryl's obviously not going to let them touch his brother regardless. And then at the same time, you know, like Merle has done heinous things to Glenn, Maggie, the others. Like, something's got to be done, but what the hell do you do? So the group may be at odds about that, and we'll see what happens with that. Maybe Merle will just run away and hightail it. Maybe he'll fill the role of, in the comic books, there is a character, the governor, allows Rick and the others to escape, and there's a character, I forget what his name is, if it's Martinez or something like that, that goes back with them and then ends up being a double agent, so to speak, and was actually working for the governor the whole time, and goes to run back to tell the governor where the prison is, the location, everything like that, give him all the inside information. And Rick tracks him down as he's running back to Woodbury, runs him over in the RV, and then beats him to death in the comic book series. So he's a badass in the comic book series too. But I didn't get that you know, like precision strike force, you know, feel from him. And if you guys remember too, he's been able to keep his hand. Yeah. So Rick's got his hand in the TV series, which I think is fantastic. Is great. Because we're past that part now, aren't we? Yeah, we're past that part, I think. So he should be good to go. All there is to it. Definitely like that version better than him getting his hand chopped off like he did in the comic book. Whoa, I just messed up the comic book for a lot of people. Oh well, I'm not editing. I'm not redoing the video. It's a great video. So anyway, those are my thoughts on it. I think it makes sense. If anybody else has, you know, some ideas and some speculation and a way to break it down better than I do using their deductive reasoning and whatever, brain power, write in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Are Daryl and Merle going to survive? More specifically, is Daryl going to make it? Damn well better. That's it for this video, guys. See you tomorrow. Trev, same peace.